Hello, today I just want to talk about God's blueprint for marriage. And we can find that in the Bible in 4 different places. In Genesis 2:24, Matthew 19:5, Mark 10, I think 7 to 8 or thereabout, then Ephesians 5:21. In these 4 places, it said the same thing about marriage. And what does it say? It says, I'm paraphrasing, not saying it exactly as it is, but it says that a man shall leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And that is what marriage is according to God. So I just want to break it down to you so that you can understand what we are saying here. It's my triangle fine, I don't know. So there is a living, there is a cleaving, pardon my handwriting, there is a becoming one flesh. Okay, so these are the 3 things, and I will be explaining what these 3 things means. The first one says living. What does living mean? Living is like a ceremony, something that acknowledges the fact that the man is leaving the former family, the woman is leaving the former family, and they're coming together to form a new family. So we can say when there is living, the official way that living occurs is when there is a marriage ceremony, or we call it a wedding, or, anything that just authenticates that relationship is the living part. So when we talk about cleaving, we're talking about there should be a soul merge. What does it mean to be a soul merge? The both of them coming together to start becoming one, thinking the same way, doing things the same way, seeing life the same way, then lastly becoming one flesh. This talks about sex or consummation of the marriage. Consummation of the marriage. So when these 3 things happen, then we have a marriage and a full stop. So when there's a living, there's a marriage ceremony, there must be a cleaving. So God doesn't want you to just get married without love increasing in between you two. The cleaving, the process of coming together, the process of forming new ideas, forming new thought processes, because this is a new home. It's not about this is the way we used to cook in my family, and the other person says, oh, my mom does it like this. It's about creating a new thing. Then lastly, one flesh, which is sex, and it's called the consummation of marriage. Do you know that in some states, in the United States of America, if sex is not performed in marriage, the marriage can be annulled. That is, it can be treated as if it never happened. So when these 3 things happen, marriage is already complete. We can see that there was no place in the Bible that says the man shall live, shall cleave, become one flesh, and have kids. The man shall live, cleave, become one flesh, and travel somewhere. These are the 3 things that authenticate what marriage is all about. In my course, I'll be talking more about these things, breaking it down, talking about how this can be achieved, and how this can be achieved. Talking about different people standing on 2 legs of the triangle. We have some marriages where some people just leave and they become one flesh and there's no cleaving. Then they say, oh, we don't love each other again. We have other marriages where there is a marriage, there is a cleaving, due to one way or the other, maybe impotence or frigidity, sex is not happening in the marriage. While we have other marriages, in fact, that is not a marriage. We have other relationships where there is a cleaving and there's one flesh, then the marriage, which is the tent that covers, didn't happen. So people just move in together, they have sex, they are acting like couples. Sometimes they spend years together. Sometimes they even have kids for each other, but nothing is happening in marriage. So if you now decide to have kids are beautiful. My desire is that every Christian couple have children in the marriage, because we have an opportunity to raise up these kids to serve God, to worship God, to raise up new people that we can teach good values, and we can instill good things inside of them. They are within the marriage and they are protected within the marriage. So it's like a house that has covers on all sides. So if you live, you cleave, and you become one flesh, my brother, my sister, let me say it in my Nigerian accent, your marriage is complete. Thank you.